to do another anime review that's kind of late, and I really apologize for that because there was nothing else I can do at school when I have to wait for one of my classes to start, and I decided to watch this new anime that's called Dragonar Academy. Thought it was pretty interesting for me to take a look at. Thought had a good start with it, but I'm gonna start with the 2 episodes that just came out last week, and then this couple of days back then before, and I really apologize for this late review. It's just like these things where I just end up watching and I thought it might be interesting for me to review, and it's new coming out this year, and I apologize. Please bear with me. There are things that things would change a lot, and I hope that you could go along with it, and let's just get started. Okay, now we go into episode 1 about this Dragonar Academy, about some kind of beginning I saw about this kid with his left arm missing, and then this blonde girl that's Al, and then there's this other woman that appears to call him a fool because just to sacrifice his life for her dream to come true, but later she ends up healing him, rescuing his life, healing his left arm, but giving him some kind of tattoo-like thing on his left arm, Later on that time, goes into many years into the future, and then he ends up having this kind of dream, or some kind of woman shows up and telling him something's gonna come out and you're gonna have to wait for a while, and then after that he ends up being some kind of he ends up having this title called the problem child for some reason. I do not know why, but maybe because his partner or his dragon pet or something did not show up at the same time as he entered the academy, or I don't know what's going on. And by that time, many boys and kids were making fun was teasing him about it, and he was about to pick a fight, but his friend Raymond Kirkland stopped him, and then he ends up having a little talk with with another friend that's called Maximilian Russell, and calming down. He ends up being in this activity where he has to borrow a friend's dragon named Brigade or something. Later, he got into an accident with this girl called Sylvia Latremont or something, and by that time, there was nothing else going on, and she slapped him. They end up having an argument. He was about to hit her because she ends up saying, "Oh, I bet your freaking par is dead" or something. He was about to he tells her, "You better take that back right now." She said, "Okay, I'll take it back once you beat me in this kind of race." And the host of this race or something is by the president called Rebecca Randall, third year. And by that time, she tells everybody whoever wins gets to have a long date with me or something. I'm like, oh wow, what a great motivation, because she seems to be all famous and all the girls and boys are all around her right now. I'm like, damn, is she that great or something? Later he ends up Ash ends up racing, but did not get as far or something because his friend's dragon somehow gets cut out or gets terribly exhausted. I can't blame anything else, but things are just going well. But he ends up running into 2 people that's trying to kill him. Later, that killer that got him there, he was about to be killed, and I go oh wow, dude, what the hell are you doing? And when he decided to rescue her ass or something, I'm like, what the hell? And then he ends up having a glow on his left arm, and his par came out, rescued him. Well, it's not a rescue, but he somehow gently flowed down and landed on the ground. That was all about episode 1. So let's get into episode 2. Episode 2 of Dragonar Academy. I thought things were progressing well when watching these 2 episodes, especially episode 2. It got a lot of funny parts. However, that par whatsoever woken up punches him, going, "What the hell are you doing?" or something. And he ends up saying, "Oh, you're gonna be my par, huh? It's gonna be interesting. I'm the master, you're the par." But that par ends up thinking, "No, I'm the master and you're the par. You're my slave." I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be hella tough for him. And we get to his room. She ends up sleeping on the bed, and then Ash goes "Hey, what are you doing?" She says, "What do you think I am? Sleeping on the bed." He says, "Where am I supposed to sleep?" And she says, "Where dogs are supposed to sleep, on the ground." I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be some kind of problem child par or something, I'm like, And in the morning, Rebecca comes in, so is Maximilian, and he goes like, "What the hell are you doing, Blake? This is inappropriate or something." And then Rebecca tells him like, there's nothing to worry about. This doctor named Cornwell that's gonna help out with your part or something, and take a look at it overall. And by that time, he has to go out get her some clothes or something. He fed her this kind of crypt that's like filled with anther, which is alcoholic to parts. That's when like Sylvia like Tremont goes like, "What the hell are you doing there in public? Like, this is not cool or something." Then his par sneeze. We end up seeing a little glimpse of Tremont's panties, which is like white string bikini, I believe. I'm like, damn, that is, I don't know, And she ends up, his par ends up calming down after drinking one whole bottle of water, I believe, or something. And Tremont apologized about saying that your par might be dead or something the moment you even got your magic abilities. And left after that, and Ash's par ends up going on him going, "Hey, you're not like messing with that girl's feelings, are you?" And he goes like, "No, I'm not," or something, and goes around each store, and he decided to give his par a name named Echo, which is like from a person named Rosa Mara, known as the First Breeder, which is pretty interesting because I didn't know she was like first to know in history. I don't really know what or when. And he ends up going to the restroom and waiting for Echo to come out, and it's been a while. And then we shift back to like what Sylvia's doing, and then she ends up finding Ash at the ladies' restroom. She thinks he's gonna sneak in, go like, "Hey, what you doing? Are you trying to sneak in? This is shameful." He said, "No, I'm not. My par Echo has been in the ladies' restroom and she hasn't come out of there." And later, it's like Sylvia and her maid, Cassette, I believe, goes in there, finds out his par is kidnapped or parnapped in other cases, and he ends up using his astral bonding that he met astral magic after he bonded with Echo, giving her that name, and came into the form of butterflies, followed where they went, opened one door, and then the second door Sylvia has to open it by using Crimson Express, and it was the Dr. Angela Cornell that wanted to dissect her or something, and he said, that's not going to happen. Before they could do anything, like, she ends up making this spell that's known to be Dark Mother's Lullaby, which is like some kind of sleeping spell. The Sylvia and Cassette, or I don't know how to pronounce her name, immediately fell asleep a couple seconds, and Ash was the only one that wanted to have the will to rescue his par. His par said, "Hey, hurry up, rescue me," and when he fell asleep, Echo ends up tearing up, and the spell somehow broke. Ash Blake wakes up and goes like, "You're not gonna mess with my par again, you hear me? Never, ever again." And later, Echo hugs him, but punches him in the face. I'm like, oh wow, he's rescued your ass and you just punched him or something. Pretty hilarious right there. And by that time, at the end of the episode, we end up seeing that Dr. Angela Cornwell or something became the new teacher, and I go like, wow, that's just hilarious right there. First became an enemy, now like a main homeroom teacher. How worse can it get, And I saw a preview of episode 3 after seeing episode 2 for a bit. I think it's going to be crazy and epic. Like, I can't wait for it, and I think like it's going to be really cool. Hopefully you guys think about this too. I am really sorry about this late review, everybody. It's just like these kinds of times where I think like this anime may not be good, but I end up watching and I go like, I think this is good, and I'm pretty excited to like maybe do this review and add it to my critique list and so forth. And hopefully like I'm waiting for the other big anime, some other animes coming out that I'm gonna do a review on and so forth. I thought these episodes were good, like but I'll give like episode 1 maybe a 4, and then episode 2 another 4 as well. Nothing like, they were all okay, pretty fantasy comedy, maybe a little bit good progression in number 2, but in number 3 I'm actually looking forward to it. Like, I hope you do too. I am Alpha Zero Forum. Peace out, everybody. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your day. And bye.